up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's that time of year again. We're at the beginning of the season, and it is time to do our in the bag video. Not a ton has changed since last year, but at the same time, a couple of key things have changed. So we're going to dive right into the bag, and we'll kind of show you. We'll go from putters, work our way up to drivers, and we'll talk about what we're throwing. Still using the same grip bag. I believe it's the AX, whatever the big one was. I bought it a few years ago. Thing's still rocking and rolling. Carry 2 water cans. Yes, I'm a Buckeyes fan, as you can see with the hat. And rocking my Ohio State tumbler. And so first thing we're going to get into, let's go with our putting putters and one of our throwing putters, because they're the same mold. So at the end of last season, I made the switch in about July, August time. I wanted to try and put my best effort forward with the Pixels. And I played with those for a while, but for some reason, sometimes I would do great with them. Other times, I would just be couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I played a tournament, Spring Fling, here at Addison Oaks a couple months ago, or it was last month, I guess, and I completely pooped the bed. And I probably missed, I would say 10 from inside of 15 feet. I'm not going to tell you how many I missed from inside of 5 feet, because for whatever reason, when I powered down on those discs, because I didn't want to just smash them off the chains when I'm close, my accuracy would go away. And I could not figure out why. So I decided to go back to my old faithfuls. I've got my EMAC Judges. And these are the new ones. This is in the new Supreme, Classic Supreme plastic. So it's technically a new mold. Still got the micro bead on the bottom. And I love these things. They're a lot flatter than the Pixel, so I had to change my hand grip, which I had a good thing going for a while. When it was on, it was on. I could hit like 90-foot putts, and you'd be surprised how many of those I hit with those Pixels, because they just glide forever. But these, all over the range, I'm just super confident in these. So I went back to these, and one of my throwing putter, my main throwing putter right now, is an EMAC Judge. This is a Fusion. With great beard comes great responsibility, and I figured that was appropriate for this channel. And I love this thing. It is also an EMAC Judge. The thing about premium plastic Judges is they always tend to be domey, whereas the regular putting one is flat, as you can see there. So you can see it's got a little bit of dome where the regular Judges don't. So that's why I like them for throwing. There is a certain run that they made of Lucid ones that are just completely flat, and I have one of those. I have 2 of those rather, that I pull out on special occasions. They glide forever, but they're clear, so they're real easy to lose. Mine are dyed, but still easy to lose, so I don't throw them too often. But this thing feels great in the hand, glides forever, so these are my main putters. And then I do have my classic Iceberg. If you remember, my Watermelon Berg from last year sadly met its end in some water that I've not been able to retrieve. So that stinks, but I do have an Iceberg. This is regular K1 plastic Berg that flies exactly like it should. I love that. But I've also been playing around with the Range, and the Streamline Range. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Slightly different hand feel. Definitely has more turn, has more glide. So I kind of use them in different situations. If I want something that's definitely going to push from left to right more and kind of hold that turn more, I'm going to throw the Range. If I need something that I need to reach out a little further, but I don't want to go up to like a Hex, because that's just going to go way too far, because those glide forever. So I'll pull this one out strategically, but all of my forehand approaches and stuff like that, it's still my main Berg. So I still use these in tandem. And for now, we're going to rock both. And then, in addition to that, of course, I went back to just a regular ESP Zone. This is one I got from the Brandenburg Amateur Championship down in Brandenburg, Kentucky. One of these days, I will win that. And yeah, it's a Zone. Not much to say about it. It's one of the iDies. And got this one in the bag, so rocking that. All right, let's move on to our mid-ranges. Right now, I have a very simple mid-range lineup. I throw all Axiom and MVP for my mid-ranges because I think their mid-ranges are money. So we'll go to least stable to most stable. I am rocking a, this is the Detour, the James Conrad Detour. And this stamp is called the Tattooster from DFX Discs. That's where I get a lot of my discs from, as you'll see in my bag, because they've got literally some of the sweetest stamps you'll ever see. And they have a monthly subscription box that you can get where you can get surprise discs. And that's actually going to be a new series coming up. We're going to start doing a monthly video with the DFX disc of the month, no matter what it is. I have somewhere around here, I have a range. They just did a streamline range as their monthly disc, and that's pretty sick. But this one wasn't one of the monthlies. This was their Tattooster that there might still be some on the website. I don't know. But I love this stamp, and I love the Detour. So that is my understable for my regular just do everything mid-range. Of course, it's a hex. This one was a monthly one. I believe this was last month. This is the DFX hex, just regular neutron hex. Love, love, love this stamp. And that's it. And then, of course, this one's been in my bag for a while. Thank you, Christina, over at Disc Fam. Still rocking the Pyro Rick, Neutron Pyro. Still stable, still great on a forehand, still great on a backhand. This is not coming out of my bag unless I lose it. And I don't want to lose it. But those are my mid-ranges. And don't mind the desk and everything. This is my working area. So you're in my office. Congratulations. And before anyone asks, this is my wall of discs from when I was traveling. When I first started the channel, I was going through and I traveled to 48 out of the 50 states because we were driving. Obviously couldn't drive to Alaska and Hawaii. And my goal is to collect one disc from each state. So as you can see here, I've been looking for discs that are related to the state that I'm in. So for example, this one is from Fly Green, right? Not Fly Green, I'm sorry. Tree Love Disc Golf, Dallas, Texas. And they're still missing quite a few states. So if you've got some extra discs, hit me up and I'll let you know if it's one that I'm missing. I am willing to pay for them, but it will also accept donations because I'm not above that. So anyway, that's my wall of discs. Some of them are special because they're ones that I got myself. So like my Michigan one is when I qualified for the state amateur championships last year. So that's what the wall is. All right, moving on to fairways. Fairways for us are going to be up to 9 speeds. So let me go over those, get them in order of stability-ish. All right, so let's start with the lowest one. This is the MVP Relay, and this is another DFX disc. As you can see, I really started to fall in love with hyzer flipping because I'm starting to get pretty good at it. That little -2-1 flip up is what this is perfect for. It's nice and flat. Long tunnel shots. This thing is great. We've got this one's been in the bag for a while. We have the Gavin Rathbun Evader, Fusion Evader from a few years ago. I believe this is, oh, there we go, 2023 series. And this thing is just straight. I love this thing with a decent finish on it. This is one that I just put in my bag recently. Not the mold, but the disc, because my original one is sitting in the water out at Riverbends Park. And if you know Michigan, you'll know that course. It's sitting on hole 26, and I just haven't gone to go get it yet. But the Glory, as you can see, it's nice and muddy because I just used it. Super overstable. This is like a mini Felon or mini Raptor. Very reliably overstable with the 3 fade on it. And then bumping up in speed a little bit. Back to the Tattooster stamp. This is my Fission Insanity. And anyone who knows the channel knows we love our Insanities here. And of course, I love that stamp. So we got another Tattooster. This is one, again, this is a new mold for this year, but not a new disc because I just lost my Tesla. And I got a replacement for it. This is a Neutron Tesla, also from DFX Discs. You guessed right. Congratulations. Straightforward Tesla, flies super, super straight for me. I lost one out at Stony Creek, which I just got a call yesterday. Someone found it. I just got to go pick it up. That one was a Proton Tesla. But right now we're rocking the Neutron with the DFX stamp. And then the disc we've had in the bag for a while, the Saki Bomb Felons, and this one's not going out of the bag anytime soon. It's starting to straighten out a little bit, but not like crazy, so it still does the job. So those are the fairways. Now we're going to go on to distance drivers. Some of these are just duplicates in case I lose something, and then others are just different stages of wear. So first off, 10 speed, I guess we'll go with this one. This is a Star Gorgon. Again, I love that neg 2-1, that little drift from left to right. That's what this is for, but it does have some stability at the end. The G-Star is flippier than this, so I haven't put one of those in the bag, but this is doing the slot that I need this for. This is doing the trick. And then next stability up is the Trail. This is a special edition. This is from the first release. I love this disc. Literally everybody should have one of these discs. Super straight. It's good for power arms, slow arms, all the arms, left, right, left arm, right arm, you know, all the arms. This is great. See here. Let's jump up to this one. I haven't played with this one a lot right now. It's not really in the bag, but I'll show it to you. This is one I found during a tournament. It's not marked, it's Innova. I think it's a Wraith, but that's technically not in the bag. I just hadn't taken it out yet since I found it. All right, so getting on to our actual set of drivers. First off, one of our main drivers is the Bearded Bros Wraith. This is just a simple Star Wraith that I had custom made. Zach has one of these as well, as you can see. Matches the channel. Anyway, your straightforward Star Wraith. This is, if I need extra finish, this is just reliably fights to win, does all the things that a Wraith should do. Then I have a backup of that. This is also from the Brandenburg Amateur Championship, and this is a Halo Wraith. Touch more stability, but not too much. It's Star, Halo Plastic, Halo Star, however you say it. It does its thing. It is fantastic. My Super Bomber discs are still the Grace. You probably remember what I call the Wings of Grace. I love this disc. This thing flies super far, and it's pretty beat in now. So it's a tad touchy, and it does have a tendency to flip with a little bit of headwind. That's why I carry a Wraith. So if I want that same type of shot, but I'm either fighting the wind or I know I want more left finish, or I just have bad form and I'm expecting to pull a little bit, I'll pull out the Wraith to make sure I get that comeback. But if I've got like a tailwind bomber or slightly downhill, this bad boy, I've gotten this thing well over 400 feet. Love, love, love this disc. And then a second one, of course, I've got a much more fresh and new Grace. And this is my Taco Bell Grace. I am a sucker for dies and cool looking discs just because I like to be unique. So this one is a newer one. So this one's not nearly as flippy as the Wings of Grace. So this one is got just as much glide, just a little bit more finish, a little bit, can handle the wind a little bit better. Then my Flippy 12 speed. I've tried different discs. I've tried to pull this one out of my bag, but I just keep coming back to this. Is the Castoplast Voss. It just feels good in the hand. Reliably hyzer flips. During the amateur championships down in Brandenburg this year, I threw this thing, I believe it was 456 feet on one of the holes during the tournament. Yes, it was a downhill shot, but leaving alone, it was still a smash. It was a hyzer flip and just went forever. So when I can get that much distance, I'm not taking this out of the bag. And then, of course, I'm always one for pushing to try and get better. So I have a couple of 12 speeds, actually a 12 and a 13 speed in my bag. I have the Nordic Phenom 3. This is a DD3, and it is one that it's a 12.5 neg 1.3, and the same numbers as the Destroyer, but for whatever reason, this one doesn't feel as stable. This one I can actually get to flip up and turn a little bit and fly like the Wraith, but just with a little bit more distance. So as I'm building my arm speed and my arm strength, I'm working on getting up to 12 speeds. So this thing flies much like a Wraith, just with a little bit more distance. So this is like my growing disc. And then my stupid overstable disc is the Halloween Rive, Royal Grand Rive. And I don't throw this one a ton, but it is a definite win fighter, definite go left disc. I've had these on the channel before. I've been throwing them for a couple years since they first came out. And it just does its thing. I don't have to use it often, sorry. But I do know when I need it, it is there. That's what I use this disc for. So that is everything that's in my bag. I hope you've enjoyed this tour. That's pretty much everything. I do have a little teaser of a couple of videos we have coming up. You saw us already, Zach and I already do a video on the balance, the special edition balance that came out. Well, the stock runs have dropped now. Now, we didn't get our hands on version 2, version 3 of the prototypes. Just can't do that. Baller on a budget. But the stock run is out based on version 2. So now we have the balance in-house, ready to do a review on. Of course, we are going to be comparing it against the Pyro Rive, the Pyro Rick Neutron Pyro, as well as the version 1 of the prototype. So we'll have a video of that coming out soon. And then I also picked up today the new Ricky Wysocki Proto disc, his putter, because we love reviewing putters on this channel, because putters are fun. But I've been looking for this one in store, and I was finally able to snag one, and I'm really excited about this. This is based on, well, some people say, it's very similar to a dagger. I don't have any daggers, but I do have my EMAC judges, and as you can see, the profile is definitely different. Definitely more of a blunt nose, a little bit deeper of a dish, but it still feels good. I like the raptor skin on it, and we'll talk about that more. So I've got a new course that we're going to take this to, and we are going to play, a couple of holes, do a review of this thing, give you our thoughts, how it compares to those for both throwing and putting, and I think you'll enjoy it. So that's what we got for today. Really appreciate your support. And we look forward to seeing it in the next video. If this is your first time here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the discount code on the screen for DiscFam, my buddies and sponsors, retail sponsors. And so make sure you check out there. They've got all sorts of discs. They sponsor tournaments and do all sorts of things. And I would love to have you guys stop by and check it out. So until the next video, which will probably be this one, we'll see you later. Have a good one. All right, cool.